Welcome back to Good Day State Line. We are at Rock Valley College. This is going to be so much fun. We are with Laura. We're going to talk about the Whiz Kids program you guys have going on. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Okay, so tell me all about this program.
All right, so it is a program that we run one Saturday a month in the spring and fall, and then for week-long sessions in the summer. And I pick a different topic each time. I try and not only make it scientifically related, but also try and make it fun.
Yeah.
So I do things like Star Wars, I've done Avengers, I do forensics, where actually at the end of the week they get to try and determine what happened in the crime scene. You know, I like to do robots, anything to get them a little bit more creative and understand more on how, you know, electricity and motors and the actual engineering of things work.
Yeah, that's so cool. How old are the kids that come to the Whiz Kids program?
Anywhere from, you know, I've had them as young as 5 up to 12.
Okay, so just those kids who should be at school and it's summer and they need something to do.
Exactly, yes, yes.
So we're gonna make a project. We're gonna make one of these little guys?
Yes, these are what we call circuit bugs. Okay. So we're gonna look and see how a parallel circuit works, and the batteries will actually connect to everything.
Cool. My dad's gonna be so proud of me if I do this correctly.
Nice.
We'll see.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so the first thing we wanna do is we wanna get our LEDs. Okay. So you've got a package there, and you'll wanna take out 2 of them.
So the eyes.
Yes, those are gonna be the eyes for your little bugs.
Okay, got them.
All right, and so if you look at them, they've got 2 different prongs. One is longer than the other. That is your positive end. So think about a battery, right?
Okay.
You've got your positive end, which has the little knob on it. You know, like the majority of things take either a AA or AAA battery, right? And so that's kind of the same idea here, whereas the shorter one is gonna be the negative. Okay. So what you always wanna do, and I make sure I do this with the kids, is I tell them, you check your circuit and you check your lights all the way through, because you don't wanna get to the end and all of a sudden it not work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our battery and we're going to place it around. And so do it the other way. Yep. That's okay. No, you're all good. Yep. The longer.
Oh.
There you go.
Like
yep.
Put the positive by the positive side, and like you just told me.
Yep. That's okay. Don't worry about it. And so we'll do that with the other one.
Okay.
Just to make sure that they work.
That's fun.
And then also you can double check to make sure that's the color you want for your eyes.
Love it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bend these out a little bit just to give us some room. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the 2 electrodes there and bend them, just make a little bit of a V.
Okay.
Okay. We'll do that with both. And then we're gonna hook up wires to them. And remembering which one was the positive, right? Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna hook up red wire to the positive and black wire to the negative. One way to kind of think about it is that red hot, black not.
I like it.
So yeah, I love seeing how the kids get really excited about, you know, working with their hands, and especially when we're doing electronics, once they get it all hooked up, you know, because sometimes they do get a little bored for a little while, but once they actually see the motors working or the lights come on, they get really excited. A couple months ago, I did a human body one, and they created their own urinary system.
What?
And so when we poured the yellow water through it, they just got so excited.
It was like a Betsy Wetsy?
Yes. Now it's the artsy part.
Okay.
We just go like we did here and start decorating. These are gonna be your eyes.
Okay.
You can make little legs like this one has. You can make fancy wings and even fancy antenna. And we just start wrapping it around, and yep.
Okay. And when do these programs start for the summer?
I believe it's the 2nd week of June.
Okay.
And it will go through August.
Okay.
And you know, there's lots of different themes. So, you know, depending on what it is they actually like to do, you know, if it is something more artsy, or again, you know, if it's the forensics, or maybe they're into chemistry and they like mixing things together to see, oh, what's gonna happen? You know, we've got one of those going on. And we've even got one that's just for flight. So every day they're gonna make different helicopters and model airplanes.
Got it.
Perfect, love it.
Did it.
And so here you've even got a little stand.
It's first trip to your house. Hopefully not to bite anybody.
No. So there we
There
go.
we go. All right, how do we get our kids signed up for this?
So you can go to rockvalleycollege.edu. They can either search Whiz Kids in the search bar, or they could actually just click on the community education, and then they can sign up their kids through the online services. Just look for whatever class it is that they want, and sign them up. And what's kind of cool about it is that even if the kid is 4, they actually get a student ID.
What?
Yes,
I love
and
that.
that will stick with them forever.
Oh, cute. So much fun. We learned so much there. Coming up next on GDS, it's Pet Week Game Day with some turtles. You do not want to miss this. We'll be right back.